Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the Quantum Field X39 team training 90-day run to Aruba. If Gina's here, she's going to start singing, I'm sure. I hear it. Aruba, Jamaica.
Aruba, Jamaica.
Ooh, I want to be there to Bermuda, Bahama.
Come on, pretty mama.
Well, good morning. We're so happy that you're here. We have a very special guest who's going to start the show with us. We have a brand new executive director. Tim, if you're there, I don't know if Sierra found you, if you want to raise your hand, or you should be unmuted now. Are you unmuted, Tim? Do you see him, Sierra, or not yet? I saw his hand there a minute ago.
We're so fired up to have Tim on here today. He is crushing it. He just hit executive director.
Yay!
And for those of you that want to know how that works, because you want to get you on your game a little bit as to how you move through the ranks, we're talking about going senior director in the next 90 days. Our team, the Quantum Field X39 team has got to set a goal. Onyx, Gina, myself,
Not
and all
allowing me to unmute. Ooh, sorry. Tim's saying it's not allowing me.
Okay, to hit, we want to break 100 senior directors. Now, once you hit senior director, that's all the organization that you've got to build, and then you got to hit volume. So as Tim hit 50,000 points, all right, Tim and Sabrina hit 50,000 points. That marked them up to executive director. And they did that early this week, like, Thursday or so. So we're not even to the end of the week. We have all the way till tomorrow. So you can imagine what kind of momentum this couple has got happening. So it's great to be listening to a couple that's got their head in the game and making it happen for all of us. Executive director is only 2 away from the highest rank of the company, and they're moving fast. So I just want to give everyone a little bit of knowledge as to what the rank means and where we're going and what they just did.
And this is super exciting because the platform that Onyx has put together, this is proven that anyone, if you follow the system, you're persistent, consistent, will have the same exact results.
Tim's got a full-time job. He's making it happen, flying around the world, around the country. And many times Onyx and myself and Gina might be on a 3-way call with one of his people. So we're all working together. So make sure that you get engaged and get excited about having a team of people that want to work together to make this happen.
Ready.
Let's roll. Tim, take it away. You're going to talk a lot. We talked about the structure and everything you need to do last week. We're really going to focus on what do you need to do to put the people in the circles. And that's what Tim has really been incredibly having a great success on. So he's going to teach all of you today.
Do we got Tim there? He says he's on. Tim, are you there? I don't get it. We've made him a host and it's still not letting, I guess he can't speak yet. Do you see him or not yet?
Okay, I'll just keep talking.
Okay. What's new?
Tell a little bit, Onyx, about what you've been doing, how you've been doing the 331, what it is, so when Tim gets on, they know what.
Absolutely. So for 3 years and probably 2 weeks, I've been doing the exact same thing. I'm talking to 3 people a day. I'm following up with 3 people a day, and I'm inviting 1 a day to the Zoom. Now, notice the system is not, I'm getting 3 people a day to say yes. That's not my goal. My goal is actually to introduce this product to 3 people a day. Now, as it turns out, this week I actually sponsored 3 people into the business. So every day I'm working my business. Today, Sierra and I flew to Aspen. I'm in Aspen at my mother's house in Aspen. I just left hot yoga. Guess what I'm doing in hot yoga? Talking to the people in the hot yoga class in Aspen because I want a business in Aspen. I want to go to Aruba, so I might as well have a business in Aspen and every other place that I go. So the beautiful thing about this system and about this business is that you can build it in the nooks and crannies of your life. The hard part is it's not like a regular job. And so in a regular job, you're supposed to be at work at whatever time, let's say 9 o'clock, and you're supposed to leave there at 5 o'clock. And in order to get paid, you're going to show up and be there during that time. When you're building a network marketing opportunity, it's all about your personal drive. But the neat thing is it doesn't take 8 hours worth of drive in order to build a big business. You can spend 8 hours a day on it. But for me, I like to build this business in the nooks and crannies of my life. So I still have a huge life, And I have a huge business. And the reason I get both is because every day, 7 days a week, I do 331. So what does that mean? I'm interacting with people. So yesterday I had the patch right here on my heart. We went to dinner last night at a restaurant called Nepal. And the lady looks at me, she's like, first thing, what's that patch? Is that something for your heart? I said, oh no, that's something for my stem cells. Didn't take me long till I'm in a conversation with a complete stranger about stem cells, and I'm able to patch her and leave her with a sample. What's the number one most important thing I do? If I'm going to leave her with a sample, I need to have her cell phone number. The easiest way to get the cell phone number is say, I'm going to text you a website so that you can read and learn about the science with this patch. I just pick up my phone and say, what's your phone number? And they give it to me every single time. There's no resistance because I'm not asking for their contact details. I'm asking to send them information on the patch that I just spoke to them about. So Sierra has this website, you all now, it's set up in 140 or 104 languages. I mean, it's like, we're growing so fast. I talked to Lori, the president, the other day. She's like, Onyx, if you're not careful, I'm going to have to hire all your IT people because they're really rocking it. I said, yeah, my girls are working hard. So it's everything is here for you all, but you have to plug in. And you know, the beginning, the welcome screen has all the different places that you can plug in with us. The beautiful thing about the quantum field team is we have a huge group of leaders that want to see you succeed. And how do you know who you should plug in? First of all, you want to plug in with the quantum field. You want to plug in with the overall organization, but then you want to be interacting with the person in your business who's active. So for instance, in Tim's business, Tim is very active in his business. So Tim is a fantastic person to plug into. Now, can people in Tim's business text or call me, or text and call Steve and Gina, or text and call any one of the other leaders? Absolutely. We're all available. But you're looking for that upline person who's active in the business that you can work the business. Because every day I'm working my business, that means I'm doing 331 for myself, but I'm also helping all of you that need help in the business. And how do I know if you need help? Because you text me and you say, hey, Onyx, I need blah, 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 or can you help me with this? I'm not calling the people in my business. I'm encouraging you all to text and call me. If you all are texting, calling me, guess what I know? I know you wanna. Because in life, as in network marketing, you've got to wanna. And if you're not showing up as somebody who wants to, that's no problem. I've got thousands of other people that are ready because they wanna. So I'm working with the people that want to work, just like Steve and Gina are, just like all the other leaders in this business are. Okay, I have a feeling that's Tim there, Sierra. See the hand raised? Sierra?
And that is incredible information that Onyx just gave you. I love the fact you put the patch on. You're not getting the patch unless you get the. Unless
how do I get on video?
There we go. Just click.
Okay.
You're on, Tim. We heard you.
Okay.
Did he go away?
I think he's.
Yep.
Am I there?
You're here. Yay! Brand new executive director. Woo, woo, woo!
Congratulations.
How are you guys?
Fantastic, guys. Proud of you.
Yeah, we're ecstatic, man. We've just been working out here in New Mexico for the last week and just doing what we do in ministry. And then, hey, have you heard of X39? Have you heard of stem cell? Whatever you need to hear of, that's what we're asking them, whatever they need. Yeah. So can you guys hear us okay? You're good?
Yes, we can. You sound great.
Yes.
Righty. So you want me to just start talking here? All right. Well, this is my wife, Sabrina Gidley. I'm Tim Gidley. We've been married for 23 years. We've been in ministry. I've been in ministry, just celebrated 25 years of ministry. And during that time, I have collected some wonderful friends, one of them being this couple, Steve and Gina Merritt, and then even met Onyx way back in the Juice days, and Regis and Jody Andrews. And that's how we heard of this thing. And I go through that simply because this is a relationship business. As Onyx has said, this is a contact sport. So you can't go off into a corner somewhere and hide and expect to build this thing. You got to put a smile on and be excited. And the way you get excited is by being a product of the product. You wear the product, wear it on the back of your neck, or wear it, you know, under your belly button there. Or if you really want people to notice, wear it on your wrists, or, you know, I've seen some wearing it on their forehead. I'm not going that far yet. But but if it requires to hang this sucker from both of my ears and my nose, I'm going to do it. It's wonderful. And I guess that reminds me, I had a lady tell me the other day, she does not have dry sinuses anymore because of the patch. And, you know, really to build this thing, I have found out that it's from me less talking and actually more listening to people. You know, there's a way that you do this, and it's 3-3-1, but you really do the 3-3-1 by listening. People will tell you what is important to them. And I found out in networking that if I really turn on more of finding out what's important to the other person, it's very easy for us as a couple to be able to slide this patch life, because this thing is very, very easy to really be able to do. Like I said, it's a contact sport, and you got to open your mouth. And I remember one time I had a friend of mine told me, says, if Barbra Streisand burped, he'd buy the album. Okay, bam. So I say that because you can't say anything wrong to the right person. You can't say anything right to the wrong one. You can be a pro, you can be Steve and Gina Merritt, but if their mind is not open, they're not going to do it. But I find that today, most people have asked me, I've had a lot of people ask me when I show them the patch, they just get in my face and like, can you make money with this? And you know what? And, you know, I just got to give a big old salute out to Uncle Joe and the whole thing that's going on out there with this inflation, because it's open to what's going on. So you have to understand that people are open. They may not know that they're open, but they're open. If you come and you're excited and you're excited and confident about what you have, and if you've wore this patch, it doesn't take much. That's the reason why so many people that open their mouth are winning. I've got people on my team that are in their 80s that are going, man. I got people I got a 77-year-old that sponsored 15, 16 people. I've got a 67-year-old. They're directors, they're managers. And in fact, I had some people that I was with this whole week in Flagstaff, and they have a beautiful place in Flagstaff. And I sat out on the porch with my phone looking at God's beautiful green earth and the mountains. And finally, at the end of the week, they said, is that really all you have to do to build this? I said, yeah, sit down, get comfortable, and start contacting people and love on people. I sat down with the attorney that this week. I sat down with the attorney that brokered the move of the St. Louis Rams back to LA. And I walked into his office and he said, Tim, how's it going, man? I said, let's sit down. And I just, bam, put the patches down on his desk. I'm sharing this with everybody that I love and that I like. And you fall in there somewhere. I'm not sure where it is. And he just started laughing. And I said, listen, I got to tell you, man, reduced pain, reduced inflammation, more sleep. And he just kind of raised his hand. He goes, all right, I'm in. What do I got to do? Of course I want to sleep. Of course I want less pain. Of course I want to get rid of inflammation. And so obviously I had some patches. I have these little baggies that I use that I go over to Michael's or Hobby Lobby where they sell little jewelry and stuff. And I put the patches in there so it's convenient for them, and you can put a mess of them in here. And I put it in with a brochure that I had, you know, one of the little brochures here, you know, lists all the different little things that's a possibility that might do in your body. And then I told him, I said, this is what you do. You put them here, whatever you want. I'm going to text you. Is it all right if I text? Because if I don't, you're going to forget. So I just text people that I've got on the patch, and I text them about 8 a.m. in the morning. Of course, I got their permission. Can I remind you? And so I just say, hey, put your patch on, LOL, and make it fun. Don't forget to put your patch on. I've got people running back into their house from the driveway with their coffee in the car on the way to work, running back in to go put their patch on because it's a oh yeah moment. So I'm just helping people remember, and it's fun. I tell people we've already got jobs. Most people have jobs. We don't need a second one. This is something that's fun. And if you care about people, it just makes sense. And when you open your mouth, like I had one of my directors the other day told me, says she was standing in line at the grocery store. And it's a great example. First, she had the patches on her. The lady looked at her and said, man, my hip sure does hurt. And she goes, yeah, I've got friends of mine whose hip used to hurt too. Well, she goes, well, what do you mean used to? What'd they do? Oh, it's this little patch. You ever heard of stem cells? And before the lady was out of the store, she was wearing a patch, some other patches, took them home to her husband, and her husband put it on, and I think, what was it? Hey, within 2 hours? Within 2 hours, he was a retired minister. Within 2 hours, he was able to get up out of his chair and do things that he wasn't able to do. And he refused. His wife said, well, it's been 12 hours. Let me take this off. He said, I'm not taking this thing off until you have another one to replace it. And so they called her and she signed him up. And you know, they're wearing it and they're experiencing life. They're able to get out and do things again. So, you know, it's basically another thing that's really been successful with me is if you use something that people are familiar with to help introduce them to something they're not familiar with, it's very helpful. And the thing that I heard, I think I've heard both all you guys, I think I heard Dr. Schmidt talk about it too, but being able to help people understand light technology and frequency, excuse me, by being out in the sun. I'll tell people, I said, this, you know, what do you do to go out in the sun? To get vitamin D, right? And they're like, yeah. Well, when you're out there, it hits your skin. Nerves send a signal to the body. The body knows what to do. God made this thing very, very smart. And we're doing what? We're making vitamin D. I said, it's the same thing. You put this patch on, your infrared goes up in there, hits those crystals, sends it right back in, elevates a copper peptide, wakes up some stem cells, and you're feeling like you're 25 again. That's what I tell people. I feel like I'm 25 again. So and I steps in because I'm twice around the house because I'm 25 again. Do you understand? So, she's getting in shape. I'm getting in shape. Everybody's getting healthy. But to be able to help people understand that the same way as the body's making vitamin D, the body is using this amazing technology that we have. And to be able to get healthier. And I love the word individualized. I think Onyx said that very early, and I grabbed a hold of that because people ask me, I said, well, what's this going to do for me? I said, well, outside of the things that I've told you, you know, sleep, reduce pain, you know, hair. I said some of the tremendous things like your heart after 6 weeks or so starts acting like it's 2 years younger than it was, your cardiovascular system. I even noticed when I was in Flagstaff, every time I go to Flagstaff, you know, that's like 8,000 feet above where I'm normally living. And when I go there, the first 2 days I'm there, my body usually tries to acclimate. I get up out of the chair and I'm like, you know, it's just hard. I noticed that this time I never had that. I noticed that after 2 months, I went into Flagstaff with the patch and I would wake up, I went walking, I was talking on the phone, doing what I'm doing here. And I never got out of breath. And I was like, wow, this thing has really helped my cardiovascular system. People are looking at me and saying, hey, Tim, you've lost weight. You're not the blimp that you used to be. And I just, this thing has gone into my digestive system. And I out for some reason, even though I'm a coffee worshiper, kidding, but I love coffee. I find out that I'm only doing half a cup in the morning. I find out that I'm still eating the way I normally would eat, but I'm satisfied after just about half of it. These are testimonies that people bring up. Tim, you look better. I said, well, it's because of this patch. And usually I wear it on the back, so I'd like whip around, show them my neck, and they're like, what in the world is that? And so just telling them about the sun, making vitamin D, elevated copper peptide goes in, stirs up stem cells that have kind of gone to sleep with age. I say 30 years old, half of them are gone. 60 years old, good luck. You need a resurrection. So we wear these things. And so it's just been a lot of fun, you know, and people get it into their mind that they want to help people, that they love people, and to realize that everybody is trying to figure out how to make more money and to be healthy. And that we really do have an answer. And when I'm talking to people on the business side of things, that the people that go like, can we make money with this? This is the thing. Tell them, this is not a Me Too product. It's not a weight loss shake and your weight loss shake, and let's throw them in the middle and have a dog fight and see who gets to sponsor somebody. It's not that way. You can't go to CVS, you can't go to Walmart, you can't go to anywhere to get this except from somebody that is distributing this through Lifewave. So it really cuts the competition down. And then I'm telling them, hey, with 9.1% inflation, you've got retirees now that are coming out. You know, they don't want to stand and say, welcome to Walmart. I'd rather, hey, have you ever heard of stem cells? Yeah. That way you can make more money than what you were before you retired. And you can put home with your feet propped up, looking at whatever, watching your favorite movie. You can do a Zoom sitting in shorts with a nice shirt on. You don't have to go there. Use the technology. the blessing of, and I'm just going to say it, the blessing of COVID was this: everybody learned to Zoom, except for me. I couldn't get on today, but I'll do better. Everybody got a Zoom, and everybody is happy to see the UPS man show up to their door. Two components that make you a lot of money in this business. So there's no longer running off to do a lot of meetings. We do some, but not the way we used to have to. We've got the Zoom. We've got, just the facts. You've got retirees coming out. You've got students now. I had a kid the other day that I love in Flagstaff. And I went to his grandmother's birthday party while I was there. He's a good friend of mine. He's just a kid, about 24. And I turned around and I said, hey, and I have a good relationship. So relationship status shows what you can do in this business. So what I did was I had a picture of my last commission. And then I had the patch, and he's 24. And I turned around and he goes, what is that? And then I picked up my commission and he goes, I think I need to know what that is.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Just fun with that. We were close, so I'm able to do that. I'm getting in my car the other day. The guy that helps me at the Acura dealership for an oil change, I just turned around and said, oh, hey, Solomon, do you know about stem cells? He goes, well, I've heard about them. And I just went through the thing. Hey, I'm sleeping better. I don't have any inflammation in my joints like I did. I have the energy to play with my kids. He said, stop you there. He said, how do I get some? I had some. I gave him some. So now he's wearing the patch. This is not hard. You have to get this in your head. This is not hard. I mean, we've got my son who's 17 and a half, and this kid can't wait to get a spot in Lifewave when he's 8. Why? Because he's just seen us that it's easy when you just love on people. And, there's techniques. And of course, what you do with everything that I'm saying is you put it in the 331, put it in there. It's very easy to either talk to somebody, text somebody, send them a thing in Messenger if you know them, or any way you want to do it. And just, we're just putting some things up on Facebook, and I'm really amazed. I'm not an online guru, but we have people constantly, literally every day, probably 3 to 5 people. What is this? How can I get a hold of it? Can I get a sample? Can you send me some information? And that's the other part that we've been using is the Start X39. I don't talk people to death. I just give them like that thing that I was telling you. Relate with the sun. Body makes vitamin D. Take them in how the patch works with light. Elevates copper peptide. And you can just tell people, hey, if you don't believe me, Google copper peptide. It'll tell you how awesome this is. It's the holy grail of anti-aging. And so you're confident being able to say that. Say, hey, you don't believe me? Go to Uncle Google. He'll tell you. Yeah, I'm telling you the truth. And so we do that. And, when you do that and you put it in the system of 331, pretty soon you're doing a 662. Pretty soon you're doing a 993. It's just as fast because you become comfortable. And, not everybody's a Gina, not everybody's a Steve, not everybody's me, but God made you to be you, and he didn't make you to fail. He made you to succeed. And the people that you have influence with will respond to you. And this is a fun business. People aren't going to get into this thing if you're constantly, well, have you ever heard of stem cells? I mean, if you have, maybe next year together and I can show you, no, I don't wear them. I carry them sometimes. No, I have it right here. I'm carrying them in my pocket. I'm a little bit excited because people are sleeping. They don't have pain. They're looking younger. This thing brings up collagen in your body. I mean, my God, you're looking younger. Your heart gets better. All these different things. And hey, by the way, do you got a horse? They're freaking out over the horse. It's hilarious. We've got pictures. I got a picture the other day coming out of Japan of some dog that had a cloudy eye, and like 10 days after, it was showing a 10 days after the 39 patch, the dog could see after the vet said, there's no way that we'll be able to restore sight. And this dog's not bumping into the couch anymore. So hallelujah for X39. Wow. Some people get in this because of the love of their dog. I don't get that, or their horse, but whatever. I've people that are hitting it from both sides. The owner and the horse, they're both on X39. So tell me if that doesn't help with volume. Yeah. It's awesome. So I don't know how long I've gone. I don't want to take too much time. Yeah, Sabrina wants to say something.
Hey, y'all.
Perfect. Hi.
Hi. So I wanted to just to kind of click in on what Tim was saying. This guy is pretty amazing. And two of the things that I learned from him was, the first thing is open your mouth. He just really taught me, don't listen to that little voice in your head that lies to you and says, don't say anything. They don't want to hear it. They don't. Always open your mouth. When you see someone that you can help, open your mouth. When you see someone that think, oh, I could help them make some money, I could help them feel better, go ahead and open your mouth and just put it out there, fearlessly. Yeah. And then the second thing that I learned from him, and this really helps, is when you're signing someone up or someone's interested, go ahead and get their information and you be the one to put them in.
Yeah.
It really makes a difference, doesn't it?
Yeah, totally. You grab the information, you put it in. I think the last thing that I'd like to say before we jump off here is, we've got a lot of doctors, we've got a lot of PAs in our business, got a lot of chiropractors, and I'm not qualified to talk to those people on their level, but we've got this little beautiful thing in the scientific side, the scientific papers in the website, that literally I tell them, I'm upfront with them, so there's no way I'm going to be able to talk to you. You're a doctor from the standpoint of the body, but we do have this link I can send you that has 100 patents and over 80 scientific studies, and you guys can read it to your heart's content. And then I'll get somebody on the phone if you need these kind of questions really answered. But what I can do is tell you what I've seen and heard over the last 78 days of how people put this patch on and their lives get changed. Sometimes it's one day, sometimes it's 7 days, sometimes it's 3 weeks, but all of their pain leaves and it makes a difference. And we've sponsored a lot of doctors and chiropractors and nurses and PAs with that very thing. So I'm saying that don't be intimidated because you've got the tools to be able to send you to Aruba. You just have to open your mouth up and use those tools and say, hey, I don't know everything, but I do done. And I'm going to send you this link and you can read everything that you need to read. So just have fun with it. Open your mouth, get comfortable, find out, people ask me what I do. I said, well, I broker affordable stem cell technology. Really? How do you do that? Well, it's a little patch. So I just learned that little statement. I broker, or I offer affordable stem cell technology. And they're like, well, that's great. And it helps to be able to introduce it into any kind of a situation, whether you're on an elevator or you're on a plane or anything like that. And it's like, well, how does that work? List what this little thing does. And I guarantee you, they're going to be like, I would like to sleep better. I would like to get rid of inflammation. I wouldn't. And so people that don't sleep talk to people that don't sleep when they start to sleep. I've people that are winning in this thing that have never won in anything else. And it's because the technology works. It's easy to talk about. And all of us on this team are extremely fun people to hang out with. So why would
that was
all
good.
Right. That's what
That was excellent. Hey, you know what? It seems to me like what Sabrina was mentioning too, is that you've got the application either ready or you're putting them right in as you're speaking with them. The application is a great, and it's right on our team site, QFTeambiz.com. Somebody asked me the other day where the order form was. And I just said, hey, it's right here. And I copy a link and send them to them, because that's what Onyx did to us when we started. You just show the people where all the information is. But I love the application because at least then you can go home and type them in and you've got it right there. So whenever you have your patches, I even like when I send a sample of sleeves with our sample envelopes, I make sure that I put an application in there because people like to look at it, feel it. When you're talking to them, they can see what the different packages are and get signed up. But I love that, Sabrina, that you're right there and you're ready to put them in. You're not wondering, and because ask to, you tell them, let's get you in, let's get you let's get you these patches so we can reactivate your stem cells.
Well, one thing that Steve, with people that start off saying that they wanted to be a customer, I've just told them, I said, well, are you dead set to be a customer, or are you open to the business? They said, well, if this works, I'll probably be open to the business. I said, boom, let's get a silver kit. Let's get you a spot. And then after you've tried it for 30 days, you're probably going to have 930,000 people underneath you and to start your business with great volume. If we say do that same 30 days with, say, a $99 deal, great, you got the response, but then you're starting just with nobody, 30 days later. So I said, and then you got a 30-day money back guarantee. So if on day 27, you feel like it hasn't done a thing for you, you still have 930,000 people that you can flush down the toilet. Just get your money. Everybody looks at me and goes, I can't argue with that logic. Just the people that know they're not ever going to do the business sign up as customers. But when I pitch that silver kit money back guarantee, while you're going to have people, things growing under you. And then, you know, they get a feeling and then they look and they say, my gosh, I've got 25 people underneath me. It's like, it really boosts people. So I don't have a lot of customers because of that, but man, do we have a lot of distributors that are on fire and are very excited about helping. So thanks for the opportunity, guys. We couldn't do it without you guys. You guys are a rocking upline. You've been available to me anytime that I call, day or night, and I appreciate it so much. And Onyx as well. We love you guys. We appreciate you very much.
Well, hey, you know what? I appreciate you guys coming on today and sharing with everyone, because it's the exact message that everybody needed to hear as far as how to reach out and start the conversation and get people started. Just put the patch on. Even if you don't know what to say, put the patch on, let it do the work.
And guess what they're doing when you do that, Steve? Can you make money with this?
That's the name of this this Saturday teaching.
Can you make money with this? They ask you. It's a different day as well. It's a different day because, like you said, because of COVID too, people are open to have a business from home, more than ever before. And with the economy that's going on right now, people are open to make money. And you've got a product that works this quickly. Like you said, your friend within 1 hour, he's feeling incredible. Bam, you're set.
Exactly. Exactly.
So
we're good. I love how you're so kind and loving to people, because that's such an attraction, you know, where you're not like shoving it down their throat and, you know, like you're going to just unfriend them, you know, you sincerely care, because every single person in our cell phone needs the patch.
Right.
Because we all are stem cells, and that's what our body works off of, stem cells. It's like, hello.
Everybody, by telling them, hey, don't feel singled out. We're telling everybody that we love and like about this, and you fall in there somewhere.
I love that. Excellent.
I don't know which one you are, but it's one of them.
Yeah.
I love you, and I can't tell you I like you, but you're somewhere in. Disarms this whole thing, and I said, if you don't want to do this, fine. It's no big deal. I'm just a messenger. I just want to make sure that you know about this. And I plan on my family being right in the midst of this thing going to 1 billion. And I want my have 300 or 400, 500, 900 million of it in my team. I'm not being, I'm leaving 100 million to somebody else. But you just have to share this. And it's so easy to be able to share, because like when somebody's hopping in front of you, like that, well, what did you do? I wear this patch. That's, you know, and it's very easy. People will tell you their problems. Hey, how are you doing today? A lot of people will then just open their mouth and actually almost ask for a patch. You know, I might as well just let me give you a patch before you start talking to me, because you're going to say something that requires this patch. The mental clarity, just being able to process information. I look at my son and see how his acne is gone. I look at Alicia in St. Louis, and her son asks for the patch every morning because because of all the eczema and things on his skin, she had to wash his shirts like twice a day from the blood stains. No longer, that stuff is retreating. He's got confidence going to school now. People are asking, dude, what's going on with your skin? It's really going on. Well, my mom's doing this patch thing. You ought to tell your parents about it. It's just, you know, when it comes down to knowing that we've got kids that are going to school and they don't have to feel ashamed, that's worth, you know, early in the thing, when I had a little bit of fear, I have a picture on my phone of my kids. Anytime I'm getting ready to call somebody that might make my knees shake, I look at my kids and I think about my kids, you know, being able to do the things that they need to do, being able to send them where they need to, be able to provide for them the way they need to. And it takes me to another level. It takes us to another level of like, I'm not going to be afraid of that. My kids are taken care of. We're going to be big in this. We're going to do what we have to do to enjoy being around the people. We're going to earn the right to be around winners. We're going to earn the right to go on the trips. And to be able to take people with us. It's fun to win, but just like Steve and Gina from their last venture, they were winning, but other people weren't. And the thing that makes this fun is to be able to take people with you. It's just like heaven. Heaven's great, but we're called to help take other people with us. And that's what we're to take other people with us.
Great job. Appreciate you guys sharing.
Thank you.
Bless you guys.
So much.
Beautiful.
Okay, we got Gina. She's gonna give a couple things just about what she sees. She loves to talk to people and get things going. So we're talking about just getting in front of people, and she's gonna give you a couple of her tips.
So real quick, everybody needs to educate themselves. Are we okay, Ron?
Yep.
Okay.
You're on.
So everybody needs to educate themselves a little bit about X39, but don't spend too much time there. Like we said, every single person in your cell phone is a contact for you. So you just have to make the call. You can't be nervous. If they don't have healthy stem cells, it's going to be a struggle for them to have a happy life. So you just have to get over that moment, and you're going to complicate it more if you learn too much about the product. We've just listened to Tim. I mean, there's really no more explanation. Right. That he just kept it simple. He explained about the sun, how it goes into your skin, and it's similar to the patch, and it's very, very simple, and how the testimonies of the patches, it's working for people. The most important thing is really, when you make your decision that you're going to build the business, being consistent every day, doing the 3-3-1. And okay, of course, if something happens in your life and you have something going on that day where you got to go get a wedding venue, you might not do your 3-3-1, but the next day, boom, you're back on track and stay focused, because that's the most important thing. If you think about it, when I sponsor Steve, I'm doing 3-3-1. Boom! Now I taught him to do 3-3-1. Now he's going to sponsor Onyx. Now in my group, I've got 3, 6, 9, 9, 9, 3. So it's amazing if you think of the concept, and people are getting the most miraculous testimonies. Similar to when the guy walked in the house and I said, I am 100% confident I have something that will help your knee. It's a little tiny patch. Started explaining to him, put the patch on. By the time he left my house, he started to feel results. He comes back 2 later saying, holy cow, whatever this patch is doing I feel amazing. And so you got to just keep it as simple as can be. Of course, like Tim said, the more excited that you have the energy in your voice, you got to be you. So you can't be, if you're normally very calm and quiet, just spike it up a little bit in your talk and your how you're reaching people and you're communicating. We actually have a very famous doctor that we signed up. It was a struggle to get him to wear the patch. Now he calls Steve and says, HE double sticks, what is in that patch? So again, when you sponsor someone, be patient, because we're all, everybody's different. He's very busy. He has an amazing practice. So everybody's different. But once you get them to actually wear the patch faithfully, they will call you back with some sort of testimony. Sometimes it takes 10 minutes. Sometimes it could take a couple days. And I actually had called Onyx when I was wearing the patch. And I said, wow, I kind of feel like it was actually when Steve was having his surgery. And I said, I feel a little bit like, I don't know how to explain it, lightheaded or whatever. So she said, take the patch off. I took the patch off. The next day I put it on, and I actually put it below my belly button instead of behind my neck. And I kept wearing it every single day. Amazing results. No more restless leg syndrome. So it's just incredible. But see, if I would have given up on that patch, I would have never gotten that amazing testimony that I got. Because for me, he lays his head on the pillow and I'm like, oh, how can you go to sleep so quickly? Me, now I have the same exact thing. I can lay my head down within 10 minutes, I'm asleep. It's just absolutely incredible. So make sure that if you do not have these envelopes and somebody says, how do you mail them? I actually put them in another envelope, a regular mailing envelope, and I just tape it shut. I put all the information that I want in there with my 6 patches. And I like to do 6 patches, but again, you do whatever you want, 3, 6, or 9. But that's the most important thing, is if you don't have the patches out on the street, your business is not going to grow the way you want it. And we want you in Aruba. That is what this whole Zoom is about. It's if you do your 3-3-1, you have an amazing opportunity to go to Aruba, but you've got to do your 3-3-1.
Guys, make sure that keep yourself engaged. This meeting that we just had today, the information we just learned of the whole team, from Onyx to Tim and Sabrina, Gina, myself, was just incredible information that you wouldn't want yourself or your team to miss. yes, you can get the replay and you can pass it on to your team. But I will say that just being around the excitement and being around this information and where people are going, you can get drugged into success
That's
with all
right,
of us.
that's right.
And the best time to be engaged is right now when we're building. So I encourage you to do that. And then make sure you're promoting the events. Part of growing with the 331 is get your team in front of what's happening. So I'm going to just share the screen real quick and tell you a couple things that are coming up, and also just give you just a quick, there's a replay from last week that you can watch everything that we talked about. But our goal is to break 100 new senior directors on the quantum field team in the next 90 days. And we're already rocking. We can hardly keep up with all the managers that are breaking. People set the goal to go manager in 30 days, and they're doing it in a week. They're doing it in 2 days. They're doing it in 2 weeks, 3 weeks. So remember what I said last week, when you set the goal, people start moving through the ranks. If you've already gone manager, now you're going to break a manager on the right and on the left, and you're going to be a director. So in order to become a senior director and to go through the ranks, you got to become a director first. So set a goal, then you're going to go director in the next 60 days, and people are already jumping ahead and going there. And then in 90 days, you're going to want to be a senior director. That's your goal. That's our goal to make this happen. Now, Onyx told us last week that right on the QFTeambiz.com, you can go right to compensation, and right on there, you've got either you can print out the entire 90-day plan, or you could print out separately each program, and you can each rank: manager, director, senior director. Okay, our goal is to break 100 senior directors, and once you've gone senior director, then it's just volume all the way up through the rest of the ranks. And by the way, Onyx, if you could help me on that senior director, you mentioned to me when we were in Miami earlier in the week that signing people up on the program and patching people, you said that when you're a senior director, then you qualify to make the $500 for every diamond that enrolls, correct?
Correct. So when the day that you all hit to either buy the diamond pack or to upgrade the diamond pack, one of the 3 benefits is it qualifies you as a senior director for the next 90 days. So everyone you personally enroll in those 90 days, you make a $500 bonus because you're currently qualified in that 90-day period as a senior director. After 90 days, if you're a senior director, from then going on, every week that you qualify as a senior director, you earn the $500 bonus for everyone you personally sponsor into your business as a diamond.
Boy, if that isn't enough to get your rear end gear.
Yeah, and like I said earlier about engaging, everyone that's engaging is going to rock through this rank, this senior director rank. And I love that it's this little bit of structure that you've got to put together in order to go through all the ranks and make all the way up to 25,000 a week is incredible. So I encourage you, right now is the best time to build. Between now and the new year is the best time to be part of building this industry. People are looking more than ever, so set that goal. We also talked about a 2020 vision, meaning 20 personals right and 20 left. And set your goal to do that, because in the qualifications for going to Aruba is not only going through the ranks and helping your team go through the ranks, is the more personals that you've got set up for yourself and your friends, the faster you're going to be able to qualify for this trip. So we encourage you to do that, because it's only setting you up to win. When you're set up with enough people to want to make it happen, you don't have to do what Gina said, push your goals on other people. They're going to set up to attention, like Onyx said, and they're ready to make it happen with you. So I encourage you to do that. I've got a good friend of mine, and he's in the construction field, and he told me the other day that he had 14 on one side and 9 on the other in the short time that we've been in. So I know that, like Tim said, all of us can make this happen. And if you take a picture, you can see how I broke that down with doing the 3-3-1, set a goal to have 3 personals at the end of the week. And I also love a monthly goal, because in this business, a lot of times you might have 6 people in the hopper, but they all might sign up the following week. So I love a monthly goal of 13 personals, and that's where you're going to end up hitting that 20 right and 20 left. Again, plug in Wednesday. This Wednesday, we've got a big opportunity event, and it's always, the testimonies are off the chart. Make sure you know that every Wednesday night you put your people on those calls. On Monday, we've got the Fort Myers meeting. Gina and I are going to be doing a meeting in Fort Myers with some great friends that are rocking it. So feel free to come there live and watch it. It's going to be at the Golden Corral. We'll put it up on the Facebook, or the Quantum Field Facebook page, but I'm just letting you know that where we're going to be out, making it happen. It will be on Zoom, so you can watch it there. Every Thursday, we've got our Spanish meetings, so you can plug into the Spanish meeting. Mike and Sai are doing an incredible job. We're going to have different Spanish speakers as well, but I love that they're predictable. You know what they're going to say, and they will get your Spanish team fired up. And we're just getting started in Spanish, so this is wide open for all of you. And if you know how to speak Spanish to people, then get them on this Zoom. If you don't, I don't know how to speak Spanish. I only know mucho dinero, and putting the people on myself just by saying that and patching them. Okay. And then we're going to have another 90-day run training on Saturday next week. So make sure you plug in with that. Our next live event is going to be in Cooper City. So down in South Florida, we're all going to be heading down there, just like we were at the golf club in Abacoa this past Wednesday, which was off the chart. So make sure that you're getting around this excitement and the energy and the belief. It gives you so much belief when you see hundreds of people all on fire. So if you can make it, do that. But of course, be on the Zoom and then keep filling in. Let us know the upline, like Onyx said, who you're working with that are engaged. Let them know you're building in a certain town. We just found my friend, the Burks. I forgot, they were rocking it in Tampa the other night. So we got people building it all over the Southeast and all the way out to the West Coast in California. So anywhere you're at, you can make this happen and make it as simple as Tim and Sabrina were saying to us. So make sure, by the way, when you're putting your people in, we'll have a talk on this, but you just put them outside right, outside left. If you go to Onyx's YouTube page, she has a video talking about the strategy of a binary, how you put people, you put your personals to the far right and the far left. So make sure you're doing that. So we're excited. Man, what an incredible afternoon to teach everybody.
And just in closing, real quick, I just wanted to give a shout out to the Brannon, Scott and Renita Brannon. They're going to be having her dad's celebration of life tomorrow. And she's a big part of the team. She's one of our first SPDs. What
amazing community we got.
And we just want everybody to send prayers for them, because it is a difficult time going through that. But anyways, we love them, and just want to let them know they're special.
They are. Surrounding them with love and light and God's blessings.
Yeah.
100%. 100%.
No,
if you haven't checked in the team Facebook page, I encourage you to go on, because you know what you're going to see. Rank advancement, rank advancement, rank advancement, rank advancement, rank advancement. And then the girls pulled out the list. It's like, it was so long with all the managers and then all the directors and then the senior, it kept saying we're spamming. I'm like, how am I spamming our own Facebook page? This doesn't make any sense. So we had to break it up. So you'll see just the lists of people that are growing. This team is just absolutely exploding. Yeah. It's really, really, really exciting to see. And remember, the most important rank in this business is manager. The person who has the most managers wins. That's your goal. Help everybody in your organization get to manager, whether they're your personals or somebody your personals put in, or somebody your personals put in, or your personals put in, and watch your business explode.
That's right.
Hey guys, it's been a fantastic training, 90-day run to Aruba. Go senior director. Again, our goal for the Quantum Field team is to break 100 senior directors. You can see we're on our way from what Onyx is saying. Everybody stay engaged. Bring all your friends along with us. We'll see you at one of the next events, whether it's on Zoom or live, and we can't wait to be waving the checkered flag for you to hit the next rank. Thanks, Onyx, for being on with us.
Everybody have a fantastic day.
Yeah, make the best.
God bless everybody.
Woo!